an HBIC of the Slightly Bitter channel, Dylan, and I'm back for another episode of Traitors Canada 3 with my lovely co-host Chantel.
Hey guys, we're back at it again.
Yes, sirree, and it has been quite the week. Now I've donned my traitor's cloak. I'm feeling a little traitorous today. I can tell you're feeling a little more faithfully.
If that's what you think, I could be a traitor. I could be a faithful. You'll never know unless you banish me.
I would banish you first chance I had.
No, you wouldn't.
How do
That's
you
a
know?
fucking lie. Because
No,
I know
you would be
you're not gonna
too.
banish me. You need me, and I need you.
Would you be my traitor angel?
Honestly, if I had a feeling that you were a traitor, yeah, I would be. But I would rally the troops and we will be your simps
Mm-hmm.
until the end and off with your head. Bye, bitch.
What? But what if I recruit you though?
Oh, then I'm fucked.
Would you split the money with me if we were the last two traitors standing?
No, actually, you know what I do?
This is why I'd banish you.
I'm a snake.
I know. You would steal the fucking
I will
money.
rally the troops. We'll simp for you. You'll recruit me. We'll banish you, and then
Mm-hmm.
I win.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's why you'd need to go. First,
Honestly, it depends on the cast.
yeah, that
If
too.
I'm casted with idiots, child, fine, we are splitting it.
If
But
there's
if
too many
I'm
idiot sandwiches, you can't
cast,
risk it.
yeah, no, I can't. It
L-
won't be fun.
like celebrity traitors. That ending was crazy.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah. Oh, I like celebrity traitors. That ending was cringe though. Anyways, we're gonna dive into Traitors Canada season 3. This has been a pretty good season so far. I want to give a shout out to one of our favorites who watched the last recap, Lisette. Thanks for tuning in, for being part of the Bitter Brigade. You know
We
what's so
love you, Queen.
we really do. You know what's so funny? I found some she commented under like one of her really old YouTube pages that she has where she like she recorded cover videos of songs. And I went back and I watched them. She's actually a pretty good
So she was
singer.
singing?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
she was
okay.
singing. She has a whole
Oh,
bunch of them. I would
wow.
recommend. She's actually a pretty good singer.
Okay.
It was from like the 2000s though. I was like, "Oh my god." She dug down deep to come under our thing.
Well, hey, she found us and she knows we exist.
Period. Anyways, let's dive on into this episode. So, going off of last episode, they were given a twist that they weren't doing an outright murder. They were going to have to pick 4 people to mark for murder. And we didn't know who it was going to be until breakfast. If you were in their position, who would you have marked for murder and why?
Honestly, I would have tried to convince someone like Venus to go down there.
Oh, you would have said a traitor should go down.
Yeah. I feel like out of Coco, Venus, and Kevin, I feel like Venus would make it unscathed. And I don't feel like anyone suspects her as a traitor. I would definitely pick her. I would pick I would pick Kitten.
Kitten. I keep forgetting Kitten exists because Kitten. Here's
I
my
would pick
thing.
Kitten because I want to see them activate.
Here's my thing. If you're gonna come onto the show as a drag queen, you should be coming to the episodes as a drag queen. You
No,
know,
I agree.
because sometimes I'm just like, who the fuck is that? Like old geezer, like
Yeah.
following them around. But it's
I
Kitty.
do I do agree with them picking Jericho, so yeah, I would pick Jericho.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I would either pick like Omar or like um Jamal
hmm
down there.
I think those are all really solid picks. I think I would want to put down 4 people that were all relatively quiet, but all had good head on their shoulders. Like people that I could see sniffing me out at some point.
Like who?
Well, there's
Who
not a
in
lot
the
of.
game?
I mean, there's well, that's what I
You
would
have
want to
to
do,
name.
but there's not really a whole lot of options there.
Like I wouldn't pick just all quiet people. I would make it a variety, and I would put a traitor down there.
I would want I wouldn't put a traitor down there just be well if I did I wouldn't want it to be me because
Well, obviously, I'll put Venus down there if I'm a traitor with her. Yeah, she
the
gotta go down there.
second that you put yourself in the limelight, you're gonna have question put on you. So I thought all three of them were very smart for not putting themselves down there, especially since they didn't know how the murder was gonna play out.
Yeah.
But I think their choices of like Mackenzie, Jericho, Thompson, Natalie, I thought those were all solid choices. I would probably want some people down there that are really loud and really wrong as well, because they're gonna spiral out of control and make themselves look like asses. Like I think Rhea would have been a good person to put down there. I think Meredith would have been a good person to put down there. I think Thompson was
Mhm.
good for that reason. Asphere would have
Mhm.
been funny to put down there as well. Um, but you want to give people the most amount of opportunity to set themselves up to look suspicious. So
Mhm.
during breakfast, I liked this. They just didn't have them come into breakfast. In the past, when the people were marked for murder, they just had everyone come in. I thought this is better.
Yeah, it was good. It was honestly it was straight to the point, and that's what I like. Just tell me who's surviving. Show them who is surviving and who is going to be marked for murder, so we can get the show on the road. We got bodies to move.
I agree, because it takes so much time being like, oh, I'm here. Oh, I'm here. Oh, wait, it didn't really fucking matter. We're all here. You know?
Hmm.
Mm.
Oh my god, I came in last. Like, ciao, bye.
When Omer was saying that shit, I was like, what is going on here? Uh, there is a little bit too much meta-ness going on now with Traitors. I'm not a fan of when shows like Survivor or Traitors or Big Brother get too meta. I've come to accept that Big Brother and Survivor are going to be meta because they've been on the air for so long. But Traitors has only been on for like what 3 or 4 years. Like we don't need
They
to
should
be.
put it in the rules that they cannot bring up past seasons.
I agree with that. It kind of
Because
takes away. Yeah,
what if, say, I don't know, this is my first season being on the Traders, and all my family comes to watch the season that I'm watching. Why are we talking about other seasons? Like, stop. They
yeah,
don't know what happened
exactly.
in the seasons, so stop talking about it.
I think it's different if you want to mention a specific moment from a previous season. Like if you want to say, "Oh, on this season this happened." Like specifically. Like, "Oh, when they brought what's a good example? Oh, like Danielle turning on Carolyn." Like, "Okay, bring that up." But when people start being like, "Oh, this is how it goes. Like I'm the last person in, so that means that I must have been a consideration for it." It's like shut the fuck up. You're ruining the magic of it all. That's like
Yeah,
Mickey Mouse taking off his mascot hat at Disney World.
yeah, I don't know. I just think that they should put a rule and don't talk about last season, period. It's irrelevant. This season and last season, two different seasons. We're not gonna do the same thing twice. Like, come on.
Well, Traitors Canada definitely is not doing the same thing twice. Oh my god.
we're elevating. Like,
They
hello.
really are. They've definitely stepped their pussies up this season. They're trying all new
Mhm.
things with Traders
Yeah.
Canada, and I like that. That's what these shows should be doing. That they should be experimenting with shit. And you know what? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But experiment. So
Hmm.
they did a little recap of Meredith and Lisette, who got into a fight last episode, and now I guess are mortal enemies. Um, are you Team Meredith or Team Lisette?
I think it's obvious I'm Team Lisette.
Yeah, me
I think it's
too.
obvious from last episode I'm Team Lisette.
I don't get what Meredith's deal is with Lisette. Like,
Honestly, actually, I do, but I'm not gonna say it now. I'm gonna wait till when we start talking about the round table because that's when I'm gonna be shooting fire. Okay,
I'm good
but
with that.
let's keep going.
One interesting thing to bring up with Meredith is that Meredith came into the game with this lie that she has a husband, even though her wife, Chala, is in the game. And some of the faithfuls are starting to suspect her lying about this. We said it from the very beginning. This is the stupidest lie ever told in Traitors history.
Yeah.
Like, I really
Yeah.
don't get it. It's one thing if you want to not tell people that your wife is in the competition with you. It's another thing to actively lie and say that you're pansexual or you don't know what you are or whatever. I'm like, ugh, I get
Yeah,
secondhand
I don't know.
cringe.
She's digging herself a hole.
Well, and it's even worse now because now broke they broke up in real life.
Spoil alert, spoil alert.
Well, that's not a spoiler. That's real life. It's been all over social media.
Yeah, I know, but maybe people aren't following social media, but they're following us.
Well, I mean, it doesn't spoil what happens in the show.
No, I know, but spoiler, they're not together anymore.
I know. I think it's kind of funny because now they have to watch the rest of the season where it's like a storyline. It's kind of like how on Amazing Race right now they have Tucker and Rubina talking about each other as if they're still dating even though they broke up months ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. I don't know. Um so this episode the eye started to wander over to quiet people, specifically because all four people that were in the bottom were not seen as like huge personalities. So it had thrown people off guard. Um how do you feel? Do you think people should be playing this game very vocal at the round table or they should be quiet?
I feel like it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
I feel like there has to be balance. You can't be too quiet, but you can't be too loud.
I agree with that because then you get situations like Rhea, who, in my opinion, Rhea is the loudest and wrongest person in that castle. Nothing she
Hmm.
says has any accuracy to it. But at the
Yeah.
same time, when you're not giving your input, to me, you're either a bad faithful or a traitor. I think of Dan Giesling from
Mhm.
season 2 of the U.S. That guy was sus because he just didn't give anything to
Yeah,
contribute.
you can't sit there on mute. It's not gonna work.
No. And you've got some
Especially someone of his caliber. Like it doesn't make any sense to do that.
but I've noticed it's the gamers that are quiet. Like Venus has been very quiet. Um Kevin's not been quiet. Um who Omer's trying to be very quiet. And then in the US every like the gamers like Dan try to be very quiet. It can work when you're in a game like Big Brother, but this is Traitors, babe, and people fear the unknown. And when you're a
Mhm.
variable, bitch, you gotta go. So we can figure this
Yeah.
equation out.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-mm. So the challenge, I'm gonna be real with you. I had no stakes in this challenge. I had no stakes in this challenge because I didn't care about any of the four people that were in the bottom. But
I
essentially,
mean, I like Jericho.
he's
He was like the
okay.
only one that I liked.
He's all right. But like, was I gonna cry if he got murdered? No, I really was not. I do think this was a good twist though. So
Mhm.
basically, all of them were put into graves, and the other people had to collect rings to give to them. And once they collected, I don't remember what the number was, but they had to collect a certain amount of rings to save them from being murdered. And the person that didn't get saved was murdered and out of the game for good. And then the rest would get shields.
Yeah, they had to the players had to run around this damn field to collect these stakes and throw it down the damn
Oh,
coffin so that
stakes.
the players in the coffin could build a ladder to get out.
Yeah. I thought it
And
was a
yeah,
I thought it was a fun challenge.
I mean, I thought it was okay. I think it was lackluster because the people that they picked to put down there.
I think there's a lot of filler and there's a lot of
Yeah.
fat that needs to be trimmed and maybe this would have been a better thing to do like 2 or 3 episodes down the line. It's just right now
Hmm.
who cares?
Yeah, we need more. We need a little bit more drama to feel an attachment to the people that are down there.
Well, I also think that the people in the game need a little bit more time because right now you're
Mhm.
only episode 3, so there's not really that many. And I get that Traders doesn't really have alliances per se, but there aren't that many strong relationships that have formed. If this happened maybe episode 5, then I think people would have been a little bit more intentional with who they
Yeah.
gave um, their things to. I This is actually one of the scenarios where I think US did it better than Canada, only because like the nail in the coffin thing is a little more
Hmm.
dramatic and had a little
Yeah.
bit more showmanship than this did.
Hmm.
This I was just like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't too fond of the challenge either. I wanted to fast forward. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I fast forward through most of the challenges to be honest with you. The
Wow, the disrespect.
Well, it's not even just Traders Canada; it's all of the Traders shows. You know what? I think it's Survivor that has caused this to me because Survivor's challenge is all. Sorry, Survivor, if any of you are watching. I think your challenges suck. I don't think they're fun to watch because they're all the same thing over and over again. So it's kind of conditioned me with these other shows to not really be interested in the challenges they're doing, unfortunately.
Hmm.
And with Traders, I just want to see the round table. I want to see the breakfast. I want to see the murder. I want to see the turret. The challenges, like 9 times out of 10, don't have any stake in the game. It just has stake in the money they're earning.
Yeah, but you want, I don't know. I like seeing the challenges. I just wasn't fond of this coffin thing. I
Yeah.
thought it was boring.
Well, you know what? I liked the one in season 3 of the US when Danielle had to like put their pictures on the frame. Remember that thing where they had to make matches or
Hmm.
whatever? I liked that one, but I can't think of any more, you know?
Like, I like the challenges that they do in the UK. And no
Yes.
shade to US, but US people are lazy and y'all just use the UK's
Oh,
challenges
well,
and recycle it. It's
100
boring.
100%. Like that challenge
But
I just
anyways, I
mentioned.
like the challenges. Like they had some challenge where they had to do like some obstacle thing, and at the end they had to light a Trojan on fire. Like that shit's so cool. I want to watch that.
Oh yeah, in the UK. I mean, no, I totally agree with you. The US, that challenge I just mentioned to you with Danielle was stolen
Mhm.
from the UK. So it's like
Yeah,
The UK is the blueprint.
yeah. They know what they're doing. I, as a traders watcher, avid watcher, I just don't like to see the same challenges in another country.
I
Like,
agree.
switch it up, bro.
And
I
you
get that
watch
you're using the same house. Just switch up the damn challenge for the people who are watching all the traders.
Oh, and you watch all of them. You watch the UK, you watch US, you watch Ireland, you watch Celebrity. You're going to watch when they
I
go to
watch Australia. I watch New Zealand.
you're going
Oh,
to watch when they
baby,
come
it's
when
good.
you're going to watch when they come to fucking Iceland.
If it's in English, I'll watch it. But yeah,
Oh, see, Emmanuel in the comment section agrees with me. He says he's got no attention span for traders challenges. And he said
oh
there's a
my
lack of
god.
stakes. That's what I'm saying, Emmanuel. There's not really a lot of stakes in the traders challenges, but there are some that are good. Like I liked this season's the thing at the beginning where they all had to get off, like the little
Oh
raft,
yeah.
but that was from the that they did that in the US. So it's like I'm only liking the
Mhm.
challenges they're recycling. But anyways, so they end up saving Natalie, Jericho, and Thompson, and they get rid of Mackenzie, who I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't honestly I thought her name was Suzette and then I was like, "Oh, your name's Mackenzie, my bad."
I don't remember anything about her, so I'm kind
Yeah,
of like,
me either.
correct choice. Thompson and
Yeah.
Jericho and Natalie, in my opinion, are all at least trying. They're not doing a good job, but they're at least trying. So I am glad they're all here, and all three of them have shields. And
Mhm.
we were talking about this right before the stream. All of them had some campaigning for who they thought were traitors. And I'm like, where the fuck was this in episode 1 and 2?
Yeah, after the challenge, like when they got back to the house, Kevin went to Omar saying that Omar needs to come up with a big lie say that Coco is a two-time finalist for Celebrity Big Brother,
Oh yeah.
and then you see Omar in the confessional talking about, I'm not doing that. I was
No,
dying.
that was really funny. Omer, because Omer's got sense. That was the stupidest shit I'd ever heard in my life. My response would have been, "Oh well, that's a great lie. Why don't you do it? It's so great. Why don't you do it?"
Oh my god, I
I'd
was
be like, "What
dying.
the fuck? So you're gonna tell me a lie, and then you're gonna want me to spread your lie for you?"
And it was so random. Like,
It's very
why would
random.
you
It's like, why would you want to make a lie about Coco? It
that? Go ahead, go ahead.
to me that was like the most obvious. I'm a traitor.
Yeah, 100%.
It's
He
like
literally told him, I'm a traitor without saying I'm a traitor.
basically, because why would a
Because
faithful make that
it
up?
made no sense.
Why would a faithful make that up? That makes absolutely no sense to me.
I
Oh
don't know.
lord.
Maybe something was missing from the edit. I don't know. But if that's how it played out, that is super red flag sus.
I don't think there is anything that they could have left out of that. I think that Kevin is very lucky that he has a relationship with Omer because of
Hmm.
like the Rob as a podcast world and all of that reality cocksucking circle jerk bullshit that they do. Um,
Hmm.
because I think that Omer probably knows Kevin's a traitor, but is not going to say anything.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Omer is hoping that Venus and Kevin recruit him. So he's not going to, rat it out. I would be very interested if they got rid of that rule that traitors can't say that they're traitors. Did you know that was a rule?
I mean, that makes sense. They shouldn't. That would be boring. Like,
I think it would be pretty interesting if a traitor trust.
told someone that they're a traitor.
Yeah. Because then people could lie. Some people, it could become a strategy to lie saying that you're a traitor.
Bro, that's wild.
It wouldn't be a good strategy,
It
but
would be horrible. You're just gonna get yourself out.
there are some situations where like with Kevin and Omer, like if Kevin really wanted to, he could go to Omer and say, "Look, I'm a traitor. I'm not going to kill you. Help me get Coco out, who is a traitor, and then I'll recruit you." Yeah.
But that's what he literally said. That's what he literally said in his confessional. He said he wants Coco gone so that he can recruit Omar, and it'll be him, Omar, and Venus in the finals. And
Yeah.
they split the money three ways.
Yeah.
That's what he wants.
I'm not surprised cuz all three of them in some way shape or form know each other and or
Mhm.
have a connection to each other. But it would be interesting to see how that would play out if they were able to vocalize it. And again,
Yeah.
if I was in there, I really wouldn't care whether I thought Kevin, Omer, or Venus were traitors. I would want one of them gone. Just
Oh yeah, 100%.
yeah, I'd want one of them gone. Um, there is some sus going on Venus because of at was it
Mhm.
Tom was it Thompson?
Yeah, Thompson. Thompson
Thompson.
just throwing her name out.
He just threw her name out of nowhere and didn't quite go over as well. And Venus caught wind of it, and Venus was like, "All right, I guess I need to start speaking up at these roundtables." Like, I feel bad for Venus because Venus is really trying to improve herself as a player. Because on
Mhm.
Survivor, she was looked at as like a bitch, and
Yeah,
no one fucked with her the whole season.
yeah,
But my thing is, Venus, this is the game to be that. This is not the game to be quiet church mouse. That's if you go back on
yeah.
Survivor, which I don't know if she's going to go back on Survivor now because they have some aversion to people that go on Traitors. Um,
Oh, that's weak.
I don't know. Maybe they've changed their mind. Jeff did say something about he's kind of accepting that people are going to go on other shows, but I don't
You
know.
can't be gatekeeping people. Like, that's not a way to do business.
No, and it's honestly kind of dumb for I don't know if he's the one with the problem or CBS is the one with the problem, but like for example, Carolyn. Now that Carolyn has gone on Traders, she's in the league of like Dylan Efron. Like they could call her to do Dancing with the Stars. She is like she is like not a household name, but like she's pretty up there. So if you
Yeah.
bring those people back, that's a lot more attention that's gonna go to you, even if it's from a different network.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
But Thompson was throwing Venus under a little like too willy nilly, and he wasn't the only one. Jericho was also under a theory. He thinks that Shala is a politician.
No, he thinks that Chala could be a politician, but that's what Jamal said.
Jamal started it.
Jamal's
Yeah.
point of view was like, I still have suspicion on Chala because of her ability to redirect what happened at the last round table when all eyes were on her. And then she like diverted it because she's so good with her words. She could be a politician. I'm like, damn.
Oh well. See, I can't even be mad at Jamal for thinking that she's a traitor because honestly, she
She's
looks like a
doing some
traitor.
dumb shit. Let's be so for real.
She's doing really dumb shit. Like, oh, who has shields again? Why
Like
would you
so
ask that?
obvious.
Yeah, ask production if you don't know. You got
Honestly, don't even ask.
well, don't ask the players, but ask the
Because
producers. It's
at the
not a
end of the
secret.
day, you ain't got one.
Exactly. So why do you care?
You ain't got one, sweetie.
Yeah, you don't got a shield. So why do
You
you care
ain't
who the
got
fuck
one,
got a
so
shield?
you might die tonight.
You might die, or
I
you
don't know.
might
She
get
be
banished.
worrying about the wrong shit.
No, seriously.
Who
Oh
did
my
she
god.
have suspicion on last episode? I can't remember, but
Was
she
it
completely changed when she heard
wasn't it
what people are
Curtis?
saying.
Didn't she go after Curtis?
No, she didn't go after Curtis. She was going after someone else. And then, based on what everybody said at the last round table, she switched her vote to Curtis.
I don't remember because most of these people aren't starting to jump out until this episode. Like there's
Hmm.
still people like Kitty Caboodle and Shaughnessy who I'm like, why are you here? You know,
Yeah.
they started showing Sarah Nicole a little bit more this episode. Not a
Who's
lot.
Sarah Nicole?
She's the podcaster,
Oh, the
the blonde.
blogger.
Yeah, they started to show her a little bit more.
I
Um,
I kept forgetting who she was every time her face popped up. I'm not
one
even gonna lie.
one person that I feel like this is a show with so many like extras. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
extras, and the main characters are like the reality stars. Someone who is really loud and wrong this season has been Asfer or Asfear. Um,
Mhm.
so he thought because he's a Trader super fan, he's watched all the shows that he would figure out the Traitors easy peasy lemon squeezy, and he feels really down because he thought Curtis was a traitor and didn't get it, and it turned out he was wrong. Here's my
Yep.
thing: it was the first banishment. The likelihood that you're actually going to get a traitor is so low. So why the fuck
Yeah.
are you getting all depressed and in-game suicidal over not figuring out the traitor first go?
Because he believes that he's good at reading people. So
Please.
he's ashamed at himself
Oh,
because he got it
please.
wrong.
He needs to read um the Yelp reviews so he can get a better haircut, okay?
Yelp still exists.
Yeah, it does. I only know this because I'm going to school for PR and we have to use Yelp.
Um,
Yeah. Well, he needs to go Yelp for a better hairstylist, babe. But as Veer, I don't know, man. Like he like crashed and burned this episode so hard.
he also said that he thought the probability of a traitor being put down in one of the coffins was a high probability based on
Based on
past
past seasons, it's
seasons.
like,
Like
bro,
what?
you need to let go of the past and look
Yeah.
forward. This is a new season, it's a new year. This has nothing to do with old seasons. Old seasons have different people. So different people are going to do different things. And if
Mhm.
anything, these traders may think, "Oh, in the past, they always put a trader in the bottom. Let's do something different." So it's like you can't go based off of that. For me, we don't know how much information the traders had. The traders could have, for all we know, knew what the challenge was going to be. And if they knew,
Mhm.
why would they put themselves in the bottom? I would just look
Yeah.
at who was down there. It was Thompson, It was Jericho. It was Natalie. Tom and Jericho and Natalie haven't done anything to indicate that they're traitors. Thompson, the only thing that Thompson has done is have really weird theories that are kind like I, I don't know, but like Thompson's just a little bit of a schemer. But other than that, I don't really think that they've shown that they are traitors. So it's
Yeah.
really weird, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this was the first time I ever seen Thompson because the episodes prior, I didn't know who that man was until he ended up in that damn coffin.
Well, I think the previous episodes, the only people that really like made a mark were the lesbians, Lisette, Rhea, and the reality stars.
Because I will say Jericho was close to like the bros. So I
Yes.
remember him because of that. And then Natalie, I remember her because on episode 1,
Oh yeah,
the
that
way that they finessed
they finessed the
that
fuck out
she
of her.
might have been a traitor. It turns out she was never a traitor and she
Yeah,
was gagged. That's how I remembered her.
yeah.
But other than that, the rest of the people, I'm like, who's Mackenzie? Who's Thompson? Like,
I can respect though that they can't make everyone a star on these shows. I think that people expect to go on these shows and have their entire story told. It's like no, are there 20 main characters on Friends? No, there's 6. So
but
odds
but you know what I've noticed? Well, not just on Canada or US, but even the other franchises of the traders, I've noticed that the people who are loud and rah 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 go out early. And then the quiet ones, they end up getting a storyline later on. So to see these people who have no storyline, we don't know who they are, we don't remember them, being put in an episode, it's like this was like you said before, filler. Like, why are you here? Y'all were not giving, y'all were never going to give
well, this is
anything.
the new age where people go on here and they think the way to play is to do nothing the first half and then be stout
Mhm.
towards the end. And what I would really love to see is for people to stop rewarding that type of play. Because when I was on Beast Games, I could see who was playing that way. I saw who the gamers were and who were not. And some of the gamers got to the end, and ultimately one ended up winning. But a lot of, filler people got really far and rewarded for doing
Yeah,
jack shit. Um, so I would like to see that changed, on all of these shows. Go after,
yeah.
let the bad players stay in a little longer if they're entertaining. Because it's not
They will
just
never
good
do
for,
that.
it's not just good for TV, it's honestly good for your game. I, it
They will
is.
never do that though, because people got ego and pride issues, okay? When somebody wants someone out, that's it. They have tunnel vision.
Well, that's why I'm afraid for one of our friends who might be going on a show. I'm a little afraid for her because she definitely is like that. We can talk about that off stream. I think you know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
You know
Well,
you know exactly
moving
who.
on, let's move on to the round table, shall we?
I'm
Because they've been talking about this. Hello,
we
stay on
got
track.
our own turret to go to. I'm wearing this cloak for a reason. So okay, the next thing is that at the round table, Lisette calls out Thompson for throwing Venus under the bus.
hmm And Thompson comes out with this lame excuse that's basically deflecting, didn't even answer the question, talking about, oh, Venus has been someone I've always wanted to talk to, but I've never had the opportunity to do so. Like, okay, but you said her name, no?
Can I tell you that is my least favorite excuse? That is my least favorite excuse I have heard in any of these shows. I hear them on in these game shows. I hear them in orgs. I hear like
Mhm.
everywhere. Bitch, when I did Beast Games, sorry to bring that up again, but when I did Beast Games, there was 2,000 people in that cast. I got to know probably more than half of the people there. That's hundreds of fucking people. I spent my time just going around talking to whoever I could, making as many relationships as I could. And that's why when it, like, even after I left, people are like, "Oh, I don't even know anyone that's still left in the game." And I'm like, "Oh, I know pretty much all of them." And it's what kept me in the competition as long as it did. And if I didn't block my own blessing, it's what was going to get me to the end of the show. So
Mhm.
it's already episode 3, baby. And if you have not taken at least one moment to talk to someone who you claim you were, oh, I've wanted to talk to you, like, you clearly at this point, it wasn't that important to you. She wasn't that much of a priority. So to me,
Mhm.
it's bullshit.
He probably was high key threatened by her, but anyways.
I think that Venus is one of the prettiest people I have seen on reality TV in a very long time. And that
Mhm.
can be intimidating to people, especially guys, um,
Yeah.
because they think that she's going to be like a mean girl, or that, I don't know. It's just like a thing where people are very intimidated by beautiful people. And my thing is, get the fuck over it. Get over yourself. And it's why Venus probably has a harder time in these competitions, which is a little unfair. She should go on a show and just like make herself as ugly as she can and see what happens.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna work.
That's not gonna happen.
No, I would recommend to actually really pretty people like ugly yourself up a little bit so that you like.
What? What kind of advice is that?
I'm serious. Ugly
I
yourself
mean,
up a little bit so you're
when
more
you're on
approachable.
Survivor, you're either pretty because you have natural beauty or you're just not pretty. Like you're just an
Oh
average
well, I'm not
Joe.
talking about Survivor. Survivor, they can't really control it.
Yeah, but like she came from Survivor and she was pretty on Survivor.
Well, she also had a
Yeah,
bad.
now she didn't have no makeup. She
Well,
didn't get her hair done,
she had a bad attitude on Survivor.
but she was pretty. She was pretty with a bad
Yeah, but
attitude.
that was not why people didn't like her. Well, I think it had a little bit to do with
I'm
her.
not talking about people not liking her. I'm just talking about her looks.
I'm more so mean on shows like Traitors or Big Brother or $1 Million Secret, like shows where you can.
Nobody's gonna go on a show like that where they have the option to put on makeup, do their hair. They're not gonna opt to not do it
Well, don't.
because they need
I'm
to
not saying that you
ugly
have to
themselves
go on.
up.
Well, I'm not saying that you have to go on and look like fucking ugly Betty. I'm just saying, like, maybe don't make yourself look like Regina George or like the fucking like a model, or I don't know. Like, I remember who, I don't even remember that bitch's name, but the girl on $1 Million Secret, from day one they were targeting that hoe because she was like, she looked like
Who,
an
Samantha?
OnlyFans. Was that her name? No, not Samantha. The
The
cop.
cop?
The Not the cop. The other one. The
The
blonde.
one that won the game that I can't stand?
No, not her. The blonde one. I don't even remember her name.
Oh, I don't remember her
Wasn't
name, but
she
I
an
know what
OnlyFans
you're talking
model?
about. No, I don't think so.
I swear to God, one of the people were. Or no, that was the snake. But I don't. I remember she was getting targeted from day one because they thought she was a mean girl because of how she looked and how she was dressing. And I'm not saying that to say. And it's the same thing for guys too. Like, if you're a very big buff guy, like, you probably need to like make yourself look more like cuddly, or you need to be the one to approach people more. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing people are pretty. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that people are
You're
attractive.
telling people to go on these shows where they have a choice whether to look good or not, that they need to like dumb down their looks.
Yes. Well, what's more important to
I
you?
think that's insanity.
What's more important to you,
Well,
winning?
I want to look good while I'm on the motherfucking show. I don't want to look raggedy and have people meme me looking ugly.
Well, I'm not saying you gotta
Hell
look ugly, girl. I'm just saying, like,
Hell no. I'm not
maybe,
trying to be a walking meme. And I didn't have my hair done. No,
maybe
sorry.
don't look like a 10.
Girl,
Maybe look like a
girls
7.
are not going to do that unless they don't care about superficial shit.
Well, do you want, what's more important, money or looks?
Well, I want to look good while winning the money. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to look like a homeless girl.
Okay, well, if you do that, you got to be going out to people because people are probably not going to
I
approach
mean,
you.
I'm a social butterfly, so honey,
You are. You would be fine.
that is not
But
my.
Venus is not a social butterfly.
I feel like Venus just needed to work on being more approachable.
That's all I'm saying. Approachable.
Approachable and adaptable.
Yes.
You could still be a bitch. You could still be mean and all the shit that she was. She just needed to be more approachable. She was
Yes.
not approachable whatsoever. And
Yes.
that's why people didn't like her. And that's why people are calling her a mean girl.
Yes. She has a very like unapproachable personality, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think there's times that I'm kind of unapproachable where people
I feel
think,
like everyone is like that. But
yeah.
no shade. Venus do got a resting bitch face. So like,
Oh, well there it's that too. No, she do. She got an
got a
RBF for
mean,
the
she got a mean mug.
ages. She got a hard mean mug. And
Like,
with her makeup, she paints very like harsh. Like I'm not even reading her when I say that, but she paints
that she
very
paints harsh.
she paints
Her the
harsh.
proper wording is her makeup is very heavy.
Yes. So
Thank
it's like but it's but that's like that's what I'm saying
paints
though.
harsh. Like
She
what?
paints harsh, and it's like
God
again, she's
damn.
stunning. She is absolutely beautiful, but it's like in a social game, I could get why insecure people would not want to approach her. You know, I would approach her because I want the baddest bitch on my side.
Even if someone's, but honestly, Venus should have like been like, whatever they feel that way, I'm just gonna go and approach them. But
Yes.
she didn't have that mentality back then, but she has it now on this season
Yeah,
of
and
the
that's why
Traitors.
she's doing better. That's why she was able to squash her name.
Anyways, let's keep going on to the round table because I got some shit to get off my chest.
So let's dive into it. So Lisette calls out Thompson, and then Lisette gets called out by Meredith. I'm gonna give you the floor.
Okay, no, a rewind. We have to go to Jericho because
Oh, Jericho.
Jericho was redirecting the conversation to what happened in the coffins. And he thought that there was some suspicious activity going on, and he said Chala's name. He said that he found it suspicious that the last second she switched her vote when everyone else was saying Curtis's name when she was not saying Curtis's name to begin with. Then Chala, his response is, I've received a lot of information from different people and I've been hearing different stories and I feel like I've been deceived and I don't know what to believe.
That was so much. I was like,
I'm
come
like,
on.
you're so dramatic. And then that's when Rhea chimes in with her loud and wrongness, talking about, oh, I heard three names: Chala, Asphia, and Thompson.
None of which are correct.
Rhea is so funny. I love her too, even though she be wrong. But I
Because
still
she's
love
so
her because she's
confident.
funny.
She's so confident when she says these things.
But she's adding entertainment to the round table.
She
So
is.
I'm not
And
even
but what I love too is she has no evidence. She just says these things and she's nothing to back it up. That's what makes it so funny to me.
honestly, you know what I think happened? You know when like she was really going hard for Curtis because of everything that transpired between her and Curtis, and that shit made sense. So now anything else she says is not gonna fucking make sense because she pulling it out of thin air. Because she can't even use her logic now. Because I don't think her logic works in her brain.
No.
Let's be so honest.
No. Her logic got broken and now her brain is broken. And she can't recover.
Yeah. So
Um
then so
mm,
then after that, Asphir responds to Rhea saying, yeah, I did think a traitor would be someone that put themselves in the coffin. But now that he's at the round table, he doesn't believe that a traitor put themselves up there. And then all of a sudden, Chala comes back in talking about her suspicion is on Asphir, Lisette, and Shaughnessy. I'm like, what the hell?
such
Where are you
random
getting this
names.
from?
It's the most randomest names. To me it felt like
Random fuck.
Chala felt the heat on her and she was trying to
Mhm.
throw it wherever she could. And that's a good strategy to, not go home in that moment. But as a faithful, you're helping the traitors so fucking hard. You're basically a fourth traitor at that point.
And you know what else Chala said? Chala said that Lisette is a highly reactive person and is always on defense. And then you see
Projection.
Meredith come in talking about,
She had to
yeah,
save her lady.
and I think that she's Two Face. I said, bitch, you did not call that girl Two Face. First of all, she's the only black woman there, okay? Yeah,
She
we
is,
talk
yeah.
with passion. Yeah, we talk with conviction. Yeah, we might be on 10 and the next minute we'll just be chill and whatever, but that doesn't mean that she's a fucking traitor because she speaks with passion. Like, get the fuck out of here. She's fucking Two-Faced. She's the one that's fucking Two-Faced, not Lisette.
Well,
Period.
it felt like projection to me because everything that Chala was saying, Chala had been doing. She's been throwing other people under the
100%.
bus. She's been projecting. She's been two faced. She has no rationale. And to me, everything that Chala has been doing reads as traitor. Oh, you switched your vote to be in the majority. Oh, you're asking who has a shield. Oh, you're redirecting and throwing everyone under the bus without explaining yourself. Like, it would give
Mm-hmm.
traitor. And honestly, if Chala got booted, banished, and it said, "Oh, she was a faithful," um, I would be like, "Okay, and she's not good faithful. She's a traitorous faithful."
Honestly, as I was listening to Meredith talk, I'm like, this girl is just giving microaggression and I don't fucking like it.
It was giving. I'm not
Like,
gonna
no
lie.
shade, but she really was giving that.
Anytime that you're on a show with one black person or one black woman there, and you're labeling her activity as aggressive or as, oh, you're doing too much or whatever, like you should really
Mhm.
like take a step back and ask yourself why you feel that, because there's plenty of other people there that have been, you know, I would label as aggressive. Your
Mhm.
wifey is one of them, to be honest with you, or your
Clock it.
ex-wifey or whatever.
Clock
Like
it.
Lisette, I haven't found Lisette to be aggressive or like
Me either.
at all. She's been
She
funny.
gives me that she wears her heart on her sleeve. That's
Yes.
what she gives. And she's going to tell you the truth and she's going to tell you exactly what she thinks and feels when
And
she
that's
feels
something
it.
I would
She's not
want.
going to go back.
As a faithful,
Mhm.
I want someone that lays their cards on the table. I don't want someone that's going to hide what they're feeling, hide their opinions, even if your
Yeah.
opinions are fucking wrong. Like, I should know where you stand in the game. And I haven't found Lisette to be like rude to anybody. Like when she came for Meredith, that was reactionary. Like you came for her
Mhm.
first.
Yeah, no. But I'm sorry. Meredith is the two-faced bitch, not fucking Lisette. I said it and I don't care. Standing on motherfucking
She's
business.
very two-faced. To me,
I
it's
can't stand Meredith. I can't stand her, and I want her out the game so bad. I want her out. I
to
hope that they banish her or murder that ass because I don't want her in this fucking game no more.
to me it's giving you have a personal problem with Lisette. You don't even think she's a
Hmm.
traitor. You just have a personal issue with her.
Yeah,
And that's stupid in
it's not
this
helpful.
competition.
It's not helpful at all.
Yeah, and if I was a faithful, I'd say we should just banish Meredith because she's going to keep going after Lisette, who's clearly not a traitor, and that's wasting our time.
Hmm.
I think a bad faithful is equally as dangerous as a traitor, if not more dangerous, honestly. Because at least if you know who's a traitor, you know what to watch out for and who to campaign to make sure they don't kill you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Once you
But
get
anyways,
yeah,
after that, Karen just comes and cuts them off. They didn't even get to finish discussion. It was crazy. I'm like, dang, this is the shortest round table since
I'm
the damn
curious.
show started.
Do you think they have a timer, or do you think production's just like cut them off?
I feel like productions like cut them off. 100%.
That's probably the more entertaining way to do it. I mean,
I was gagged. She's like,
yeah.
enough. It's time to vote. I'm like, oh. she said, we're wrapping this shit up. We got shit to do, honey.
I like how Karen has been running
She
the
is very
show.
feisty. I like her.
Yes, I like that each Traders host has their own thing. You know, like Alan's
Yeah.
very over the top. The UK one is like kind of mysterious. This
Hmm.
one, she's the
She's
yeah,
fast.
she got HB. She's the HBIC. She
Yup.
She's just like, I ain't got time for you. You dead. Time to vote. Banish.
Yeah.
So the votes come rolling in. There was some very weird votes speckled in there. Like
Hmm.
Kara voting for Hollywood.
That was so
I
random.
was like, Hollywood?
That was random as hell. And Lisette catched votes from Maria and Meredith.
I knew Meredith was coming, but I would have expected Chala more than uh what's her name? Rhea. I was like, Rhea? What are you
Yeah,
doing?
I don't know. Ria's in her own world.
I, whatever. But I Lisette was upset about it, and I would be upset too. Like once your name is in the mix, it's not gonna stop. And it's one thing if
Hmm.
this bitch that you have a problem with is voting for you. Like no one's gonna care. I remember Sheree was voting for people randomly, and no one ever gave a shit about who she was voting for. But it's like,
Hmm.
it's I would be mad too. But ultimately, everyone else just like kind of dog piles on Asphere, and he goes, mm,
Hmm. Yep.
"Are you gonna miss
I
Asphere?"
mean, I wasn't surprised.
I wasn't either.
No, no.
He was
I mean, I wish he would have got to stay in the game longer because I feel like he would have brought great TV.
mhm.
But like, I mean, compared to like, no offense, Shaughnessy, like,
That was the first
girl, my
person in my
from,
head too.
girl, my girl from Newfoundland, you need to fucking get it together because you're pissing me off and you're letting me down. Okay, but anyways, like, I feel like Asphir could have brought a lot more than some other people who are still in the game. But
I always
you know,
hate to see
you
people
know,
that are really big fans of the show they're on go home early. Like he's obviously the biggest fan of Traitors. So
yeah.
I hate seeing him go this early, but it is what it is. He dug his own grave. He was playing too meta. He's a good
Mm-hmm.
example of why you should focus on the season you're on and not the past.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what I thought was more interesting was the talk afterwards. I think Kevin is not long for this game. I think he's doing way too much. He's so focused on getting his revenge for Ty and making Coco look suspicious that he's playing sloppy. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he's like he's trying to put suspicion on Kara. The
Yeah,
fuck?
no, I thought that was random.
And Jericho is catching on to it now. And now so are other people. They're talking about how this is how he would play in his game. He would act a little in Big Brother. He acts a little goofy, throws people off the scent, and he flies into the radar. To
Mm-hmm.
me, even if you're a traitor, I mean, even if you're a faithful, you're bad faithful. Don't want that here.
Yeah. But honestly, if if they were smart, but I don't think that they are smart like Omar smart.
Yeah,
But if they were smart, they would band together Meredith, Jamal, Jericho, and Omir, and they could be Sims for Kevin
yeah.
and help Kevin get out who he wants to get out. And then they drag his ass to the end and off with his fucking head. Well, they probably recruit Omir, but whatever.
I think that's the
I don't think
best.
that's gonna happen because they're stupid.
I think that's the best strategy. I think Sandra is the only person that ever has like tried doing that and got pretty close to succeeding.
Mm-hmm.
It's just unfortunate to her that Phaedra got found out because of Dan being a douchebag.
Yeah.
But if you know who the traitor is, if you're very confident about it, and
Mm-hmm.
you have loyalty with them, it's probably a good idea to keep them in.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, as
Because
long
they're
as
not
you
gonna
don't
kill
think they'll
you.
kill, as long as you think they're not going to kill you, and I
I
don't
don't think
think Kevin
I don't
will.
think they would.
No, I think Kevin's going to want to keep all of them in. But
But knowing
Jericho,
but knowing them, I think that they're gonna want to get Kevin out.
I think Omer's probably the only one that wouldn't.
Yeah.
Kevin just needs to stop. He's trying so hard to get suspicion on Coco. Just let it happen naturally. And
Mm-hmm.
Venus, I don't understand. Well, I was gonna say I don't understand why Venus has loyalty to Kevin over Coco, but I do get it. It's because they're in the Rob has a podcast world specifically. Like Rob has a
Mm-hmm.
podcast has connected the Big Brother Canada community to the Survivor world, and I'm pretty sure Kevin has done Watch Clock Tower, whatever the fuck that game is called, and I believe he
Mm-hmm.
has played it with Omer and Venus. I don't know for a fact. Um,
Mm.
but I know that they're in that world together. So obviously Venus is going to want to stick with that. I wouldn't be surprised if those three have a deal that's just not being shown on the show. Well, it is kind of being shown on the show, but
Yeah.
Coco, poor Coco, talking about, oh, I trust them. I don't think that they would do anything. If I was Venus, I would just let this little war go on. I wouldn't contribute to it, and I would just have loyalty to both of them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be afraid of Coco.
Honestly, I feel like Coco might win this whole thing.
I think so too. She's
I
in a
don't
great
feel like
spot.
Venus is gonna win. I feel like it might be Coco.
I think there's gonna come a point where everyone's like, all right, we need to get rid of the reality stars, and I don't think they'll go after Coco. I think they'll go after Venus. Already
Yeah.
has suspicion on her. They'll go after Kevin.
Yeah.
I think Omer and Coco could get to the end of this. I could see Coco losing Venus and losing Kevin, and she might even recruit Omer because she wants to keep it in the reality TV world. I wouldn't be surprised by
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I could see that too.
But there could come a point where, oh, that one was a reality star, that one was a reality star. What if it's all reality stars and they just want to knock out all the reality stars?
Mm-hmm. But do you think that they're smart enough to clock it?
I don't think this is a smart group.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting. So they get into the conclave.
I keep forgetting that's what they call it because I call it the turret.
Yeah, they get into the conclave, aka the turret.
Yeah, the conclave, please.
And Kevin voices that he thinks they made a mistake by not strategizing enough the last time they met in the conclave to put those people in the coffin.
I was like, can he shut up? Like,
And Coco says that they put too many mega faithfuls down there.
I I don't I wouldn't consider them mega faithfuls. I think
Those were her words, not
I feel like
mine.
maybe Jericho, but Thompson, no. Natalie, no. I feel like Jericho's probably the most faithful of that group. But the other
Mm-hmm.
two, and Mackenzie, I don't know anything about. But I don't think that they put mega faithfuls. I would say Hollywood is a mega faithful. I think that
Mm-hmm.
Kara is a mega faithful. I think Lisette is a mega faithful, even though she's copping votes. But I mean, these jokers, no.
Yeah, I don't know.
So they're talking. So they finally have a chance to do like a real kill, and they want to go after some of the weaker people. So they're talking about going after Kitty. They're talking about going after Kara and Shaughnessy. They want to do Kara because they think it might frame Hollywood a little bit, which I don't think it will. I think if they did that,
If we kill Kara, automatically Jericho's gonna be like, "Yep, Kevin's a traitor."
yeah, yeah, they probably would. And so
They should
yeah,
kill Kitten.
they should kill Kitten. I'm
That's who
hoping they kill her.
they should kill. But I don't know if they like. I'm sorry, Kitten. You're supposed to be in fucking drag every motherfucking episode, so I can know who the fuck you are. How the fuck do I? How the fuck do I remember Hollywood more than I remember you?
In my opinion,
This is
what
disrespectful.
however you dress in your cast photo for the show should be how you
Hmm.
dress throughout the season. Because whenever I look back at who's on the show, I see your ass in drag, and wherever they
Hmm.
show your portrait, it's you in drag, and then it's like, who the fuck is this? Like Bob the drag queen on Traitors did not have his picture of him in full drag. It was in half drag, where he just had makeup
Yeah.
on, but he was still wearing boyish clothes. And in the show, sometimes he wore full drag, but most of the time he was just wearing boyish clothes and makeup. So it's like, bitch, if you weren't gonna commit, which to me it's very weird to not commit. You're on like probably one of the most viewed shows in your country, and you're not gonna commit to showing off your drag.
I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me because it just makes you get lost in the sauce.
That would be
And
what
you
would
do a
make you
double
stand
take.
out.
You do a double take, and you're like, who the fuck is that person? I didn't know they were on the cast.
When you're on a show with so many people, you want to stand out. Like I wish on Beast games that I would have came with like my hair dyed or some shit, so I'd be recognizable.
There
Um,
has to be a reason why. Like they must not have enough time or something. Like
I would imagine it's something like that because Kitten Caboodle is an older queen. She's in her like I think she's in her 50s, so she probably
mhm.
needs a lot of time to do her makeup. But my thing is, okay, if you need time to do your makeup, find some way to make it work. There has to be a way you can make it work. You've been in this fucking
Can't
game.
they do like I don't know, like drag with natural
Yeah, quick drag.
like I don't know, just put your wig on and
Or
feminine
just take
clothes
the
or
time to wake
put
up a little earlier, you
put
know?
some eyelashes, fill your eyebrows in, and go outside.
You in
Like smoke
international
balls.
TV, baby. Like, make it
I don't know.
work. Wake up a little earlier. Do your makeup. Even if it takes you 5 hours to do your makeup, which, if it's taking you 5 hours to do your makeup at this point in your career, then you're not a good drag queen. I hate to break it to you. But it's like, you should, I don't know. It's giving lazy. It's giving, oh, I don't want to do that.
I
Kitten
don't know.
Caboodle doesn't even have that great of outfits as a boy on the show.
I don't even remember their outfits, so I don't even know.
That's what I'm saying. It's not memorable. I would be all right with it if they weren't in drag during challenges. That's fine. But
Yeah,
round tables, breakfast, really?
yeah, you need to be dolled up to the nines.
Absolutely. And I know that they get time to do that, but whatever. I would like Kitten Caboodle to go.
Same.
I would be fine with Shaughnessy
No.
going. Shaughnessy's not really adding anything. Like, these are all just, but it stinks because I do think that the most interesting outcome would be Kara going because
Yeah.
it would put Kevin in the hot seat and we could see
I
can
feel like
Kevin
Kevin
maneuver.
wants that though. He's like craving for it.
He wants eyes on
He
him
he likes the fact that people are saying his name. It's like he gets off on that.
because he wants screen time.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
getting a lot of screen time already.
I don't think Kevin thinks he's gonna win. I think Kevin just wants as much airtime as he possibly can, and he's one of
Yeah,
those
I
people
think
that
he's
loves
just
the
there for
game.
chits and giggles.
I agree. I think he just loves the game, and I have no problem
Yeah.
with that. There's some people that do these shows just because they love the game. For me, there's some shows that I would love to do just because I love the game. I get people at. I had someone to asking me about that, like, oh, why don't you apply this, apply to that. I want to do a show that's fun. If a show doesn't look fun to me, I'm not gonna waste my time doing it, no matter how much money is up for grabs.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So
No shade to the people that play those old people games.
and I know what you're talking about.
If you don't, you know.
If you know,
And
you
if you
know.
don't know, then you're not a part of the club. Sorry.
I recently watched an episode of that after we were talking about it, and I was like, "That's all this is." It's.
I'm
I thought
telling
there.
you, it's boring.
I thought there was more to it.
Boring.
It's just the same game over and over again. Name things back and forth. It's like who wants to waste their time with that?
I don't know, man.
Anyways, so that's the end of it. We got two more people out the game. Uh, I guess that's it. We got another episode coming later this week,
Hmm.
and that's it. What closing thoughts?
I think the next episode is about to get real interesting. At least that's based on the little preview that they showed.
I gotta say, the previews are a little weird to me because they be showing clips that aren't until the end of the episode. Like they were showing Jericho be suspicious of Kevin. That didn't happen until the very end of this episode.
I
So
mean, but it happened.
it
Like,
happened, but it's like, why are you showing me something that had no
so that
effect?
you wait.
Yeah,
You wait
yeah,
and
but
you
it's like
watch
it
the
had
whole thing and you don't skip.
but it didn't have any stakes in this episode. Like you're supposed to show something that has stakes. That's like me showing fucking someone getting into a car accident, uh, and it didn't happen until the end of the episode, and we don't find out what happened in the car accident until the
Because
following
they
one.
want you to stay tuned for the next episode.
I
And the
am,
next one
but
after that. And
like
the next one after that.
they could have shown
And the
Kevin
finale.
they could have shown Kevin and Venus plotting on Coco instead of showing the, I
They
whatever.
did.
I know, but I mean in the promo
Oh, well, I mean,
that was
it
that had
wasn't
stakes
gonna
in the
take
episode.
effect. So I guess why I get that's why they didn't show it. Like,
I don't know. Traders Canada, you're doing a good job. We're enjoying you. I want to see it stepped up. All of the floaters grab a life vest or get flushed down the toilet. Uh,
Yeah, they gotta go.
like, it,
Bye.
I truly believe that when you go on these shows, you're not just signing up to be a contestant, you're signing up to be a cast member. So to come on a
Mhm.
show and be boring as shit, it's
You
just
know
very
who gotta
weird.
go? Natalie. Natalie gotta go
Yeah, she do gotta go. She don't add
because
anything.
we only seen you twice out of these
We
three
only see
episodes.
her when
You
she does
can't go.
something stupid. That's the only time
Yeah.
I ever see her is when she's doing something dumb.
Yeah, no, she gotta go.
Yeah.
Like she's useless on this cast. Bye.
I wish that they could do like a quadruple murder. Just take out everyone that's boring.
Yeah, no.
But we're stuck with them hoes.
It's okay. Hopefully they leave next episode.
Period. Well, I guess we're gonna wrap it up there. So that's been another recap of Traitors Canada. As always, Chantel, do you have anything to plug?
No, but you guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at XOCHANTEIIEOX. It's on the screen. Thanks. Bye.
And as always, you can follow me here at Slightly Bitta on my YouTube. I also talk a lot of shit on Twitter and Instagram, so keep up with all that. Make sure you hit the bell notification to know the next time we are live. We normally go live on Thursdays, but life is busy, y'all. So sometimes we're going to go
Yeah, it
live
was
on
my
different
fault.
days.
Sorry. I'll be here next Thursday.
It's okay. Honestly, it worked out because Thursday I was busy too, so
Oh, well,
it
then it
worked
was.
out. But anyways, thank